Why Gary Neville should not be a pundit anymore. Alright, let's see the definition before. An expert in a particular subject or field who is frequently called on to give opinions about it to the public. Alright, so Gary Neville here just had, a kind of a disaster class, something that he has very regularly these days, which is, when City played Arsenal, Erling Haaland went and threw the ball at Gabriel, and then he went and tackled Party for no reason after drawing in the last minute to 10-man Arsenal. And he said, oh, me and Carragher had a laugh because we thought it was funny. It could have been a red card, but he didn't get it. Haha, funny. Arsenal gets, absolutely, robbed there. Like usual, Gary Neville, oh, I'm going to have a laugh on that. Arsenal end up going against Manchester United's rival, Manchester City, and they end up humiliating them 5-1. And Gary Neville was mad that Gabriel, who got a ball thrown to the back of his head after a draw last time, and then Gabriel said, oh, we'll see you at the Emirates. And clearly they were, respective to their word. And he said, oh, when Gabriel shouted at Haaland's face, I thought it was a bit disrespectful. It made me a little uneasy. It's crazy disrespect. Gary Neville, you are a hypocrite, mate. This is Man City. This is Man City. You should be hating on City. Man City has become the biggest thing in Manchester for the last 10 years. They've won more Premier League titles in the last 10 years than you've actually finished top 4 at this point. It's kind of sad. Now, Gary Neville, if you look up Arsenal, right, just on Twitter, you'll just see nothing but L takes after L take after L take after L take. Can't be considered yourself a pundit because you're supposed to be an expert at the topic. Just because you played professionally doesn't mean you're an expert. Biases can get in the way of you being an expert. And this is a clear bias. We've got Man United superfan Mark Goldbridge saying that Gary Neville moaning about Michael Oliver being taken off the City Arsenal game, saying he's the best ref in the country, even though he had just made a mistake in the Wolves Arsenal. It got reversed, and Miles Lewis-Skelly had been given a red card wrongfully. They go and review it, they take off the red card, and then he scores the 3-1 against Man City. That shows how, Michael Oliver could have potentially affected that game if Miles Lewis-Skelly wasn't, taking that red card away from him that he was wrongly given. Michael Oliver took an L there, and, he ends up scoring, making him pay for it. Right there, L take. Now, the next one, he was criticizing Nicholas Jover. Now, the crazy thing is, why are you criticizing someone who's so successful in corners? Mate, if Man United was doing that, you would be saying, oh, bravo, bravo, Man United. But since it's Arsenal, he's saying it's bad for the game, that he should sit down. Lad, he's doing his job. He was hired to have Arsenal score set pieces. They do a little bit of American football where it's like, oh, it's specific plays, specific runs, like wide receivers, and they are very effective. No reason for you to talk down upon it unless obviously you hate Arsenal. Gary Neville said, right here, a while ago, that Arteta should resign as the manager of Arsenal because they will do nothing more than win the Champions League. That top 4 is the best they'll ever do. Well, Gary Neville, I don't know if you just seen, but the team that just won a treble just got sat down 5-1 by a team, with you have a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old scoring goals against Man City who just won a treble, who you absolutely shake for some reason. Not only that, Bukayo Saka, their best player, was injured. Saliba's first game in the Prem for a couple, for a multitude of weeks. David Raya was injured. It's a beat-up Arsenal team, and they came out and smacked on Man City. 5-1. They're the title race right now. And not a bad word. This is Arsenal, right? You would think Arsenal and Manchester United are switched in positions here because not only do I have to go to more standings, they are 13th, lad. They just lost to Crystal Palace, and you do not see Gary Neville talking poorly on Man United. This is literally the worst Man United team we've ever seen in the past 25 years. And Gary Neville was still stuck talking poorly about Arsenal, who finished 3rd in the Champions League. They're 2nd right now in the Premier League. Just sat Man City, which has, if you look at Man City United games, Man City's typically always winning. And they treat it as a trophy when United beats City because it doesn't happen that often. Arsenal just beat City, and you criticize Arsenal. That's the level we're at right now. So, Gary Neville, you are not a pundit. I have no idea why you even have a job considering how you lack expertise on the subjects of the Premier League due to the bias that you continue to have against Arsenal. It's getting out of hand and it's bang out of order. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you think Gary Neville should continue to be a pundit or should they go out and get someone who's actually an expert and a non-biased, Premier League expert. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.